What's up, guys? Happy Sunday. Because I'm stupid and I'm posting this late as usual. So yeah, today it was a upper body day, and what I decided to do was max out on a pull-up variation. My variation of choice is the standard pull-up. No big surprise there. And I managed to hit a lifetime PR of 40 kilograms. Now, the best chin-up I've ever done is 50, but I was at a lighter body weight, and that was a chin-up. This is a pull-up, which is significantly more difficult, as you have a lot less bicep involvement towards the top. However, I do feel like a pull-up is probably easier out of the bottom. Maybe that's just me, but it could be. Moving on, bench press. I did 9, 8, and 8 today on the bench press. For some reason, one of the sets, I apparently didn't record it. I looked through my phone, I looked through all the files I sent through my computer, and I was like, wait a bit, why do I only have 2 sets recorded? Because I know I did 3. But, yep, I fucked up, guys. It is what it is. But as you can see here, not overly difficult reps, so I hope you believe me. At any rate, as you can see here, it's sub-maximal weight, and what I'm doing here is I'm working with 70 kilos, and I'm going to build this up to 3 sets of 10. After that, I'll start doing 72.5, build that up to 3 sets of 10, and so on. It's going to take a lot of weeks, it's going to be a slow grind upwards, but I don't give a shit, like, that is the way it's going to be. I'm natural, I can't just add 10 kilos to my bench without doing anything. Without getting fat at least, and since I'm gaining weight slowly, that's not an option. So it's going to be a slow grind upwards. I'm not going to go overboard, but what I am going to do is consistently train very hard. And I believe that once I really work on my triceps, once I really work on my overhead press, and work on the explosiveness of my bench press for reps, that is, the slow rate of progression will start to catch up. And once it does start feeling more difficult, I'll already be at 80, 90 plus kilos for rep work, and at that point I'm benching well past 100, which is my current max. So yeah, before I was done with the pull-ups, I wasn't. I actually added the smallest possible plate, 1.25 kilos, and I did 3 sets of 10 with that. So obviously on Monday, rather Tuesday, when I'm back at it, I will add a little bit more weight, so I'll be doing the 2.5 kilo plate instead. I don't have a particular goal with this. I'll have to do some math, but really what I want to do is by the end of the year, I want to pull up around 60 kilos, and when it comes to chin-ups, I'm going to have to pull out a calculator because it's late in the evening and my brain isn't working. But basically I want to do around 75% of 95 kilos, which will be my body weight. So 95, bruh. Alright, around 72.5 kilos, 70 kilos, somewhere around that range is what I want to be doing. Let's just say 70 kilos on the chin-up, weighted chin-up. So yeah, that means I probably need to put around 20 kilos on my weighted pull-up, in addition to adding around 11 kilos to my body weight. So that's a big jump, obviously, but it will be done. It's just going to be slow and difficult, but that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to do easy stuff. I mean, I want to build a level of strength that is very difficult to build, because that means that when I get into fights, taekwondo fights that is, when I'm in a lower weight class, I'll have a level of strength that no one else will really have. And if they have that strength, if they are as strong as me, they probably neglected the taekwondo to work that much on the strength, or they neglected their cardio to be that strong. So my goal is just to bring a complete package of extremely good physicality, since that is really what my specialty is. I know a lot about training in general, and I've been doing it for many years. So I want to bring a package of extreme strength and cardio, speed, flexibility, all that stuff that I know how to build properly, in addition to a high level of skill. And I'll be working on developing my own kind of unorthodox fighting style, because obviously I don't have access to any sparring or anything like that. So I'll be working on what I can do, really. And the only person I have to spar with is my younger brother, and he's kind of difficult to convince. But I will be working on that as well. So yeah. other than that, it's back to the training. As you can see here, I did rows as well. The goal here is to do the equal amount of reps and sets and weight that I do on the bench press. So on the bench press, I did 70 kilos for 9, 8, and 8 reps. I did the exact same thing with the rows here. And what I'm really trying to do is not use my legs. It's difficult. As you can see, my knees are bending slightly, but the goal here is really to do a strict pendlay row and to touch the chest. Excuse me. Touch the chest on every single rep. So this will really build up those rear delts, upper mid, and even lower traps. Build up the lats a bit more, but mainly like rhomboids and all that thickness that you can just add to the more, how should I say this, upper and center back, as well as adding a little bit more spinal erectors, a bit more work for the hamstrings. Just adding a bit of extra thickness in the kind of areas that lag in general when you just do deadlifts and pull-ups, just adding a bit more upper back to the equation. And these in combination with overhead pressing is obviously absolutely fantastic. I mean, that is, I will attribute overhead pressing to fucking 80% of my trap gains and 20% to the rows and deadlifts. Like, overhead pressing and rows, that combination is just deadly. And people want to say that you need to do direct work, like shrugs and things. I've never been a massive believer or proponent of that, but I do believe that obviously you're going to get better gains, but if you just want to be efficient, doing a combination of deadlifts, rows, and overhead pressing will really build your upper, middle, and lower traps, and you don't need to be worried about having underdeveloped traps. You know, there's a whole world even that believes that you want to have undeveloped traps and large shoulders. You know, bodybuilders obviously want that kind of classic look, but to me, that just looks weak. Like, you can't be walking around 2 meters wide and then built like a stick above your shoulders. Like, that doesn't work. So what I'm doing as well to kind of stick to my word is I've added one more thing to this workout, which after these curls and everything else, I actually started training neck today as well, because how can you be strong everywhere, look jacked, and then have a pencil neck? That does not work. So I'm working basically everything now, almost. I'd say probably in terms of muscle mass, I'm seriously working 95% of the muscles in my entire body on a weekly basis right now. So yeah, that's an improvement for sure. Curls right here, as you can see, I'm struggling a bit. It's very heavy. I'm having to use body English and my right wrist is hurting. But I got 12 reps, which is good. Next workout, I'll be dropping the reps right down to like 8, probably do 3 sets of 8, work that up to 3 sets of 10 with a bit cleaner form to actually build those biceps. I really wanted to see what is my kind of rep max with this weight. It's around 11-12 reps, so now we know that. Moving on here, did a little superset for my forearms as well. Excuse me, I ate 4,000 calories today, so that is why. Yeah, 10 proper reps. As you can see, it's really lighting up the back of my forearms. These are amazing. They're probably even better exercises you could do, but these really hit the spot. I really feel them. There's an intense burn. In the beginning, they feel light, but after the first few reps, you really just, the fatigue just stacks on. It's very weird. It's a very small muscle to train and to isolate. I've never really felt that sensation before, but as you can see, my forearms, they're not super small, but they are a bit underdeveloped, so hitting them directly, I think, is a very good idea. Also, I did the wrist curls directly after, and it looks a bit weird because I have hypermobile elbows, but I hit these right after the wrist extensions, basically so that I could get not only the maximum pump, but really just save the maximum amount of time. It's annoying otherwise to spend like 5-10 minutes on fucking forearms. That just feels retarded. So went right through this. As you can see, I'm using a thumbless grip, which really just just gives you an ability to kind of let the weight loose out into your fingertips and then curl your fingers as well, which really lengthens the range of motion, stretches out that fascia to a greater extent, and really just pumps better blood in the forearms. So I'll be working on those as well, probably adding weight soon, but right now I'm going to do one set of 20. Moving on. This looks stupid, I don't really care. I've done it before, but I've never worked neck training seriously, hence why I'm only doing 5 kilograms for, I think it was 20 reps, 17 reps, I can't remember. But these, I really felt them. What I'm doing here is I'm choosing a weight to where I feel my neck contracting and I have control over it. Like, if I were to go a bit heavier, I'd feel my neck muscles kind of losing control of my neck position internally, and I'd kind of feel my discs. That's not what I want. I want this to just, all the pressure needs to be in the muscle. Don't want any fucking herniated neck discs or anything retarded, so that is what I'm doing. Same thing with the neck extension, except for the fact that I'm way stronger this way. Humans are just naturally stronger on the back of their necks than the front in most cases. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually using my lats, my biceps to really just pull down on my head, add some extra pressure there. With this exercise, I'm not particularly worried about hurting myself. I probably will add a lot of weight to this in the future, but I'll do it slowly. Try not to be a jackass. It's the same thing with the good mornings, really. I mean, I'm starting with the empty bar because I really don't want to get injured. Because injury and sickness are the two things, along with just laziness, that will set you back the most in lifting. You don't want those two. So, an injury is the one that you can control. So make sure to don't get fucking injured, guys, and don't roll off the bench like I did here. I almost died. Yeah, that was today's workout. I need to go to bed. It's almost 1 a.m. Fucking hell. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.